guys, I'm not going to do a whole review. I'm just going to talk about a couple of things, and then I give my final thoughts. First thing I want to say is I'm glad to see the Bludgeon Brothers are doing pretty well, and now they're finally showing the Fashion Police going up against them at Clash of Champions. This is a long time coming. Now, is this going to end the feud? No, we know it's going to last a little bit longer beyond the pay-per-view, but the question is, how is the Fashion Police going to be hyping and making their feud relevant? Because, let's be honest, the Bludgeon Brothers are very good, but they're not talking, they're not giving any type of reference, or nothing. They're just destroying. And the other team is going to have to fill in the gaps. That's what the Fashion Popo is going to be for. And I'm glad to see it. I don't know why they put the Fashion Police Fashion Files on, what was it, their website or YouTube, instead of showing it on Smacdown. I think that's stupid. People want to see it on Smacdown, not on the website and not on YouTube. They want to see the Fashion Police on Smacdown Live. I'm just saying. But I am glad to see they are still progressing, and hopefully they understand the Bludgeon Brothers is going to destroy, and the Fashion Police have to fill in the gaps and make it interesting. There you go. When it came to the women's segment, I did not like it. Look, I love me Naomi. I love me my Naomi. She's a wonderful woman. I love that she came and kicked their asses. But here's the problem. She shouldn't be coming in and kicking their asses a few days before the pay-per-view. And I know she has no match there. She's going to be a lumberjack, a lumberjill, if you're going to be like that as well. She shouldn't be doing it. Then you got Charlotte. She shouldn't be kicking her ass. Then you have the entire locker room that shouldn't be kicking her ass. I'm sorry, I just pissed myself off just now. Look, I saw Raw, and I saw Absolution get their asses handed to them lovely. What was the point of Absolution? What was the point of them? They're supposed to be dominant over every woman there. Paige being the matriarch of the women's revolution, coming out before anyone else except for, well, Emma was the first, then Paige, who really made it work. You have them destroyed so freaking easy by the women when they shouldn't be destroyed at all. They should be able to make the women have to work hard. And even Nia Jax should not be getting over on them. It should be 3 women, all of them destroying everybody. But no, this is what you get. Then you look at the Riot Squad. And this match of Ruby Riott versus Charlotte, which was botchy as hell. I know a lot of people are going to say Charlotte doesn't botch. Charlotte does botch. I may actually do a debate of the week after this saying, how bad is Charlotte Flair? Because honestly, if she's not knows someone, she just looks horrid, clunky, and very sloppy in the ring. She just does. I wish she had her adaptability like her father. She just doesn't. And you guys, if you're angry at me saying that, tell me the reason why I'm wrong. Please. You don't have to curse me out. Just tell me why I'm wrong. What makes Charlotte so good? Reference some matches from whoever she hasn't been familiar with to tell me to look at it. And then I could say, okay, you're right. Because as it stands, I haven't seen her get over well with anyone she's not familiar with. She just looks terrible. But like I said, this makes no sense why the Riot Squad gets destroyed just like Absolution. What was the point of even bringing them in? You should have waited until after Royal Rumble before either one of these teams looked bad. How long have they been around? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Maybe 2 weeks? Maybe near a month? And they've already gotten their asses handed to them by both rosters? What was the point? Look, when it comes to Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, and having, you see I'm really tired. When it comes to Bobby Roode, he feels like a true champion. So he made this look better than Dolph Ziggler last week. Because Dolph did the same thing, but it didn't feel relevant enough. It didn't feel important enough. It's exactly what Dolph would do, and it doesn't feel like it's important. You see Bobby Roode do it. And Bobby Roode, even though he is playing a face right now, and I'm hoping that he does win the title because he will make it work. He just is a better heel than both of them. Taking nothing against Baron, I still care to a certain extent, even though he's been buried. He's just a better heel than both of them combined. It's because of the years he's put in, and he just has it. He's had it. That is what they call in the business it. He's got it. So I feel like this was more relevant than it would be if it was Baron Corbin doing this or Dolph Ziggler, who did it last week. Now, at the end of the show, when it came to this situation with Daniel Bryan becoming the ref and what he said during the Yep segment when it came to... Excuse me. Oh, I'm still sick. When it came to Kevin Owens, when it came to Sami Zayn, their segments beforehand were really good. Sami Zayn has not won me over as a heel, but he has at least justified turning heel to me. He's better as a heel, flat out, than as a face. He's crappy as a face. I can't stand him, get him off my TV. But as a heel, he's okay. And I'm fine with him being a heel. He's believable as a heel, and I'm glad about that. So when it came to hearing that now the pay-per-view is going to have two refs for that match, it now gives us something interesting. Now, I might do a predictions on this. I don't know. If I do, I might release it. No images or anything. I might just say how I feel. That's it. Oh, I'm still sick. But anyway, when you see the match, you see how it ended, you're going, well, this is something interesting. Are we finally going to have odds between Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon? I did say that when it came to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they felt like a plot device. So the two of these guys would actually be at odds with each other. Having Daniel Bryan being at odds with Shane McMahon, people are not going to expect that Shane McMahon is going to be the face in this, or Daniel Bryan will be the face and the other one will be the heel. We still don't know who's the face and who's the heel. They're both faces. The question is, will Daniel Bryan turn heel? Will Shane McMahon turn heel? Will Daniel Bryan become a manager of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Will he leave and go to Raw? Will he just quit? Who knows? And this is actually more interesting than Raw. I'm just being honest. What they did on Raw when it came to Braun Strowman and Kane, I was not interested. Why do I care about these two guys going at each other when you should wait until a pay-per-view to do it? You're letting these guys tear each other apart for what? It was a waste of time. You should have saved it for something special. But no, they just blew their wad. They weren't willing to let it be a slow burn between these two. They just let it happen the way it is, and I just didn't care. But here, not knowing who is the good guy and who's the bad guy and what will happen to the pay-per-view makes it very interesting. This was a very good show. Now, if anyone else didn't like the show because of other things that was going on, I can understand it. But for me, they gave us good plot. They gave us good, decent funny, particularly when it came to Rusev Day and Aiden English and Rusev versus the Usos. You know I love me Rusev Day. And when it comes to Aiden English, Rusev, you can basically get rid of him. You can stick someone else there. It is Aiden English that's making Rusev relevant. That's how I feel about it. You guys can tell me below. I just love me Aiden English. So this show was pretty good. It was solid. And I was not badly bored with it. I was entertained. But you guys tell me below how you felt about this show and about the, double the pleasure when it comes to the, will we actually get something interesting in the pay-per-view? Because we got this here and Shane wasn't even here and you wonder, double your pleasure with Daniel Bryan. This is a question. I really did enjoy this. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.